Good morning, creative warriors. Well, actually, good afternoon, according to the time. So today we're going to enter into welcome to season 1, episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see where we are. Just want to make sure we're in the right place. Yes, season 4. So welcome. These videos are basically for writers. I don't believe in aspiring writers. If you're writing, whether it's published or not, veteran, new, you're a writer. Putting words onto a screen, words onto paper, you're a writer. And it's not just for writers, but it's also for creatives. But this has an emphasis on writing because that's what I am, a writer. So you can take the ideas that are here and apply them to any creative endeavor that you have. But the emphasis of these videos is to kind of, these episodes is to teach writers how to get past any obstacles that might be in their way. So let's get into it. Today's episode is, this is season 1, episode 4, and it's stop editing mid-draft, right? Because we've all done it. I'm guilty of it as much as any of you. I'm as guilty as any of you. Okay, so the first thing I want you to understand is that you're not stuck. What you're doing is retreating. This is why you're editing mid-draft, right? Every time you stop to fix a paragraph or a chapter, or whatever case it may be, you're losing momentum. I was talking about this yesterday in the Catholic class, which is something to do every 2 weeks. You get into your flow state, and it's almost like I don't want to get too esoteric, but it's almost like an out-of-body experience, right? You're stepping out of your body and you're just writing, and the ideas are coming to you, and you're writing, you start developing this momentum. If you stop, you lose your momentum, and momentum is everything. I mean, it really is, especially when it comes to the writing. So let's go back to what the general purpose, the general theme of this video this season is that we're kind of joining warrior philosophy, warrior ethos with writing discipline. Okay, that's the underlying theme of everything that we're doing. So we'll pick warriors or groups of warriors or themes of warriors from history. So to continue with the momentum concept, a Roman legionary, he didn't polish his shield in the middle of a charge. He didn't stop to say, "Hold on, I gotta buff my shield." No, in the middle of a charge, what did he do? We'll take this to join it to the momentum idea, right? In the middle of a charge, what he would do is advance. He would go. So same thing as a Roman legionary. You write. Do your writing. Don't edit in the middle of your writing. Okay. So formation first, refinement later. Right? Get the story done. I know so many writers who have started a project and stopped it. Started a project and stopped it. Started a project, and it's this endless cycle of starts, but it never ever finishes. You have to finish what you start. Okay. Another historical warrior, a samurai, he didn't pause mid-strike to adjust his grip. He wasn't about to swing his sword and go, "Oh, hold on a second, I'm not holding this right." No, he committed to a certain grip and then he struck, right? So when you're committed, the commitment, it creates power. Hesitation kills that power. So I'm going back to, again, losing that momentum. Writing, when you're writing, it works the same way, okay? Get some coffee here. Hope you have something to drink. Okay, let's go into the reasons, because we all have our reasons for doing this, right? We all create these justifications for why we stop or why we edit. So the real reason you edit mid-draft, let's see. You'll tell yourself, "I just want it to be good." No, that's not really it. What you're really doing is you're looking for relief. Drafting creates uncertainty. That first draft, you're not sure. You're like, is it good? Is it not good? You're doubting the ability of your writing. So that drafting creates uncertainty. When you start to edit mid-draft, that creates control. It gives you this illusion that you have control. And control always feels safer, right? But being safe doesn't finish your book. And I know some of this may come across as harsh. It may come across as, oh, he's just being really rough today. This is what it takes to get your draft and your book done. Okay. So let me give you some applications, all right? Because I always try to give you some applications to what we're discussing. So you want to create kind of like a forward motion protocol, like something that's going to keep you moving forward, right? So if you're drafting that first draft, don't allow yourself to rework the previous chapters. You could read them. What I do is usually before I start the day's writing, I'll reread the prior day. I might add or tweak something, but once I start the day's writing, I'm not going back to a previous chapter. I'm in that chapter, I'm in that writing, and I'm not going back. So don't rework while you're writing, while you're doing today's writing. Don't rework previous chapters. Don't perfect your sentences. Don't fix dialogue loops, and don't adjust minor consistencies, right? The only job you have while you're writing is advance the story. I know it sounds harsh, but trust me, if you're caught in this loop of I gotta edit, I gotta make it perfect, try this. Okay? That's the first thing I want you to try. So rule 1, write in layers. Okay, so draft is the clay, revision is the sculpture. So you have the clay and then you're sculpting it. But you can't sculpt something that doesn't exist. Like you can't edit a blank page. You can't sculpt something if it doesn't exist. So 2, that's like idea 1. And idea 2, leave markers. Like okay, if you're writing and you don't want to lose the momentum, this is what some people do. Some writers do, and it works because it keeps the momentum going. Instead of editing, write fix this later, or look into this, research this. Leave it as a marker, keep going. Or say stronger metaphors needed, research medieval armor, research katanas, research Spartan training. Then keep going, then move forward. But you left yourself a marker so you can go back later, not while you're writing now. Later, you go back and then you start fixing all of that, okay? Idea 3, and try this for a week, okay? 1 day per week, try your review structure only, not sentences. And remember that your strategy is separate from combat. Now, this sounds a little vague, but you know what I mean? It's like go over the structure, review it. Don't just go over the sentences, review the entire structure. Try that once a week, 1 day a week. Try that and see how it works, okay? Okay, let's see. Trying to share my own personal experiences because I've been there. I've been where I'm writing and it's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back because I was editing as I was writing. I was stopping as I was writing. I was trying to polish as I was writing. And all it does is slow you down and you get stuck and bogged down in all the things. And then that's when the doubt creeps in. That's when I'm not good enough to do this creeps in. It's not a good place to be. So you have momentum, hold on to it and go. Okay, so let me try and give you the mental aspect of this, a mental edge, so you could use these things as tools, right, or weapons in your hands as a writer. Perfectionism disguises itself as professionalism. I want to be professional, so everything has to be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. Sorry, this is the first time you hear it. I hate to break it to you. No such thing as perfect. And sometimes we hold on to perfectionism in the spirit of being a professional, but that's not the case. What it really is fear. Fear of finishing, fear of judgment. I'm telling you the fears that I had, okay? Fear of discovering your limits, fear of success. What if it's good? What if everyone loves it? Then I gotta write something just as good after it. So all these fears are behind that. It has to be perfect, behind the perfectionism. Perfectionism disguises itself as professionalism, and at the end, it's only fear. Okay? Forward motion exposes you, and that's why it matters. That's why it's so important because you go, keep going, and it exposes you to forward motion. And so does writing. Writing in itself exposes you. So you just gotta be okay with being in that fear and moving forward anyway. Okay. All right. Let's try and wrap this up just a little bit. Okay. Okay. And this is gonna be hard, right? But I want you to internalize this concept, this idea. Okay. Finish what you start. Finish that draft. Finish it. Get to the end. There's this old saying, this old quote. What was the most important part of a draft? The end. The words, the end. The two most important parts of a draft are the end. When you get to the end, when you finish it, wrap it up. Then you can refine it. Momentum first, precision second. Remember that. I'm going to say it one more time. Momentum first, precision second. Okay? Advance. Remember what I told you about the soldiers? The one that doesn't polish his shield in the middle of a battle. Okay? It's not going to stop and say, oh, my shield is dirty. Let me fix it. Let me buff it here. No. There are enemies coming at you. Advance. Train daily. In this context, it's write daily. Study your craft daily. Get better daily. Even if it's 1% each day. At the end of a year, you're 365% better. So even if it's 1% a day, you get 1% better each day. In a month, you're 30% better. In 2 months, you're 60%. It's just compounds, right? So train daily, study daily, work on your craft daily. Just try to get that 1% better. Okay. And as always, and this is what I really want you to understand, that what we're doing here, these seasons, the Warrior's Pen, it's like a forge, right? We're in here. We're going to melt away all the dross, all the stuff that doesn't work. We're going to melt that away. And what we're going to do is forge better stories. And that's all I want you to do. I want you to forge better stories. And that's kind of the mission of the Warrior's Pen, is to take concepts and ideas from historical warriors, historical warrior ethos, and bring it forward into our writing discipline. So I want you to forge better stories. When you step in here, we're stepping into a forge. And this video has helped you. Please give it a like. Please subscribe. If you want to kind of see this in action, taking the stories and deconstructing and fixing and all that, you can join my Patreon. It's in the description below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with any person you know that's writing, an aspiring writer. I'm not crazy about that term, aspiring writer, or a veteran writer who might need to review certain things. So check the description below. Join our Patreon. Leave a comment below if this video has helped you, or if you have any ideas that I could add to this. If there's something you want me to touch upon, I'm welcome to hear your thoughts. And as always, thank you for being here. Forge better stories. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.